Hello everyone, my name is Ananda and this is my first van conversion video. I have a beautiful Ram ProMaster 2500 non-extended, and I said I wasn't gonna do any video because I actually don't know how people do it. It's a lot of work just building the van, and then on top of that you have to video yourself and then edit the videos. But I am very grateful for the people that take the time to do it. Thank you so much. I mean, I can literally search online how to do whatever it is van related, you'll find it. So thank you for everybody out there that's putting up the content for me to be able to bring my dream to life. So the reason why I'm doing this video actually is because I couldn't find much information out there on how to install window AC on a van. And then I was thinking maybe it's a bad idea, but you know, the other alternative was the $4,000, $5,000 roof AC, the traditional AC, and unfortunately I don't have that kind of budget. So and the other reason why I wanted to install a window AC is because there are some little ones, the 5,000 BTUs, 6,000 BTUs, that consume less power. And so I was thinking maybe I could run it off of my solar panel system, and so I took the chance and did it. And so I will explain everything I did, and we'll go through the concept pros of doing this system. So let me show you what I did. We used 2 plus nuts on the cross section of the ceiling of the Ram ProMaster. You can see it there, and this is a 1/4 inch thread, and this is very sturdy here. So the AC is gonna sit here. The next step is that I am going to put these round vents. I think it would have been easier just to do them square, but anyways, this is what I found on Amazon. And so one is for the exhaust and one is for the incoming air, and I marked open little holes, and I'm gonna cut from the outside in because it's easier to maneuver the saw. This is how they look on the inside, and this is how they look on the outside. So the idea was, let's say this is the air conditioner, this is the back of the air conditioner. Basically, when they're installed outside on a house, you have fresh air coming into the sides and here, and this is basically exhausting warm air from the compressor, and then the really cold air goes to your room basically. So what I did is enclose this. I used the 3/4 insulation panels that you can get on Lowe's or Home Depot, and enclose this, made a little aerodynamic box so that this would exhaust through the 8-inch hole on the side of my van. So this would be the side view, this is the cold air going into the room, and then if you see it from the top, I have my intake. This is fresh air coming from outside the van into the intake. It goes through the sides and the top of my air conditioner, and then the warm air is enclosed and it's exhausting. And the nice thing about this, or I guess living in Florida, there was so much water that this was putting out that I decided, and you're not supposed to do this, but I did it anyway. I open up a hole here and I'm draining all the water into my freshwater tank, which is sitting right here. This is all the water I've collected from my AC, which is crazy, all that water in just a couple of hours. This is my Victron 3000 watt inverter, and it's connected to a 400 amp hour battery system. I have 800 watts of solar coming into my charger, and I have the DC alternator charger as well. And let me go ahead and I'm gonna turn on the AC. Right now it's running at 700 watts, and I have my 110 fridge on, and the compressor is on. So in theory, with my solar panels, I should be able to run both my fridge and my AC. Alright, so thoughts. I ran some tests to see if it worked or not, and what I did is I had a trailer that had one, same brand, same everything. It was installed, but it was installed outside like it would have been in a house. But anyways, it was 98 degrees outside Fahrenheit, and I turned them on at the same time, and within 45 minutes they were both able to bring the temperature down by 10 degrees. And then after that, the trailer one was winning by about 2 or 3 degrees, and it stayed like that. So they were both cooling more or less at the same rate, and that made me feel much better, because when I first turned it on, I didn't feel like it was cooling enough. So I wanted to compare to, you know, something that was properly installed, and it ended up being the same. So because they are small units, they don't cool as fast as I'm used to in Florida. Like, you go in a house and, you know, it's cool. Here you have to, you know, if you're starting out from 99 degrees, it's gonna take a while to come down to 73 or something, you know, comfortable. But it did do the job, and the batteries lasted, I think after 4 or 5 hours running, my batteries were down to 45%. It was a sunny day, so I did have the solar panels helping, so probably without the solar panels it would have been down to 20% or 15%. One thing though is my van it's pretty open. I don't have the walls installed yet. I do have insulation on the floor, insulation on the ceiling and on the walls, but the windows were not closed off. This gets pretty warm, so I think it's gonna do even better when the van is finished and I have my furniture, and, you know, I think it's gonna be good enough. So do I recommend it? So far, I think if you need an air conditioner and you don't have the money, and you are installing a good battery bank, and you're installing a good inverter anyway, it is possible to have a window AC inside your van. It is possible to cool it. It is possible to run it without being connected to electricity. It is possible to do it in a relatively easy way. So I hope this video helps you in some way, at least to give you an idea. If you have any comments or questions, comment below. I'll try to answer all of them. And the next video I want to do is on how to build a lift bed easily and affordable. You probably saw I have the rails already up, so when I finish my lift bed, I'll probably create another video, because I couldn't find much information on that either. So stay tuned. It's been a pleasure.